According to one famous song, night is holy. For most of us, indeed, night is a time of truce in our hectic lives, allowing us to engage in other activities.
All is bright.
But for some others, the nightfall is just the beginning of the day.
My name is Nicole. I work night shifts at a rehab center. I just started that about a month ago. I had to find a job for college. I drive up to this house and I sit there and check up on if the clients are in their beds and sleeping, and then wake them up around 7 a.m.
Hush-a-bye, don't you cry, go to sleep, little.
Well, I come in at 11 o'clock. I kind of relieve the person that's ahead of me, you know, and pretty much my job is just a lot of the stuff that doesn't get done during the day, like the cleaning the floors and the coffee machines and stocking the beer cooler and cleaning the grills and things like that. That's what I do. I hate this part of the job. Up until recently, I was in a relationship where there's 2 kids, and my girlfriend was working at her job, and her hours were varying. So, like, sometimes she'd work in the morning, sometimes at night. And so, working graveyards just allowed me to be home, so that when they get out of daycare, I can take care of them. And that's kind of what was my determining factor about starting to work graveyards, is just to kind of fit with all of our hours.
Sometimes it feels kind of weird, like being awake during the times that everyone's asleep. Maybe it's like when I'm caffeinated or whatnot, like if I have caffeine during the night, like it's, I guess it's like similar to that of like, you know, in Alaska when it's like those days with only like 30 days of day and 30 days of night. If I have a couple of days off and then it's like the first day, it's really easy to stay awake and I'll just like have some coffee. But then like the next night, it like dies down a little and I'm like, on that last night in a row, it's like really hard to stay awake.
You know, I come to work and it's late, and then when I get up in the morning, it's like 7 and it's daylight outside, and I have to go home and like go to sleep, and then I wake up and I have like an hour of daylight, you know, and then it's like dark again. And so kind of I feel like I'm a vampire, you know, it's like I exist in the dark, kind of, and that's hard. It's really hard, you know, and working at night kind of keeps you a little bit isolated from like society, pretty much. You know, it's like you get your night crowd that comes in here, but when you're sleeping throughout the day, it's like you don't really get to go like interact with the regular people out there.
If I'm out, you know, all week going to class and work and I don't see people because it's like a night shift, you don't really see many people then. On the weekend, it's like the one time to go out and like socialize, and if I'm working all weekend then that doesn't happen, so it's like a little bit of isolation going on. Like I don't see like friends from home or like my parents or anything, like I don't have time to go see them. I keep up with like the MySpace thing, try and keep up with people.
She was waving.
I'm on a totally different time frame from all of my friends. You know, they work day jobs, and you know, like none of them want to like come and hang out with me. You know, I'm not working at like 11, 12, 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. You know, so yeah, it definitely affects me.
It's easier to be like sleeping as much as possible and then go to work. But like I need to go out and do something. It's for sitting around by myself for hours. If it needs to be some kind of like stress release, like from doing like college and working this much like only pays for like living, like it doesn't help with school at all.
I recommend not doing graveyards. That's my recommendation. I think they're okay for a while, but definitely like when it starts isolating you from the whole social situation, you know, like it gets a little bit hard.
I think I'll just be doing it for the college time. If this is the only thing like I have to look forward to during the day, like a lot of people's jobs, like if this was my life, that wouldn't work for me.
Hushabye, don't you cry. Go to sleep, you little baby. When you wake, you shall have cake.